Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the hills, there was a legend of an unseen entity that roamed the forests at night. The villagers whispered that whoever laid eyes upon it would never be the same again, consumed by an unshakable fear that would haunt them until their dying day. Despite the warnings, a young and curious traveler named Emma decided to explore the forest for herself. She was determined to uncover the truth behind the legend and put the villagers' fears to rest. As she ventured deeper into the forest, the hairs on the back of her neck began to rise. The sounds of the forest around her grew quieter and quieter, until she could hear only her own pounding heart. Suddenly, she felt a presence behind her and spun around, but there was nothing there. Emma tried to shake off the feeling of unease and continue her journey, but the unseen entity seemed to be one step ahead of her. Every time she turned around, she was met with only emptiness, yet she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. As the night grew darker, Emma realized that she was lost. She started to run, hoping to find her way back to the village, but the unseen entity was always there, just out of sight. The fear inside of her grew until she couldn't take it any longer and let out a blood-curdling scream. In an instant, the entity appeared before her, its eyes glowing in the darkness. Emma could feel its breath on her face as it whispered words she couldn't understand, filling her with a terror she had never felt before. She woke up the next morning, back in her bed in the village inn, with no memory of how she got there. The villagers looked at her with pity in their eyes, telling her that she had been found wandering in the forest, babbling incoherently about an unseen entity. From that day on, Emma was never the same. The fear that had been planted in her mind by the unseen entity consumed her, driving her to the brink of madness. She never ventured into the forest again, but the villagers could still hear her scream in the dead of night, a constant reminder of the power of the unseen.